Gonna be Callisto versus DBZ's first, though. Switching over to a different pet, though. Are you back to Affy? No, Destro versus Destro. As we got us some big pumps. We got us some toes. Shame and Chicago over for the team 1 versus Alexandra. We got Chromaggy over here. I really gotta get that set. It looks so good. Cypress, we got Coden. And Zeus instantly starting out with a bit of a Bonza fell. Callisto with a Reflect instantly. Portals are open for either Warlock. Just trying to barrel one another. Is it Dark Pact? Dark Pact on the DB Zeus. Callisto still holding on to his for a little bit longer. Got himself a port. Got himself a bit of a reposition. As DB Zeus looks like he's going to be poking out. And they both Warlocks are playing different builds. One got a Succubus for Callisto to help him get setups. Chaosbolt got a Reflect. Callisto knows not to pop a cooldown to that one. Dropping Infernal to stun DB Zeus. The bolt one does go in. One bolt does get to connect. Zeus having to go for Warlock Hellstone really early here. Trying to see if he can close the gap. Callisto could still get interrupted. Does go for the Mortal Coil on the Warlock pet. This is going to be Succubus. He catch him with a fear now. Callisto trying to make sure he's got himself a bolt, but does get locked out. Does he have a port? Bonza fell. He's going to run off the edge. Still takes a bit of damage. DB Zeus still got to get himself a proper setup and go for bolts. He's got himself a great lineup here. Great potential lineup, especially as a Hellcaller. He didn't just press the Hellcaller Diabolical button. Big Reflect. DB Zeus with a wall. Just Chaos Bolts back-to-back. Reflect helping him live just a little longer. Needs a Mortal Coil or something. Anything. Port right after. Got him support. Callisto definitely has a health advantage though. DB Zeus did pop. Oh, there goes Reflect. Perfect opportunity. Got himself Reflect. Back into Fear. Back into Callisto. Into Succubus CC. Catches it for a second. Bolt. Has a Mortal Coil for it. Has a bolt as well, but line of sight. Line of sight perfectly off the Mortal Coil. That is brutal. Mortal Coil for Zeus with a bolt himself. But does have a Dark Pact for this one. Fear can uninterrupt it. Bolt. Does he have a kick for it? He needs a kick for those bolts. Picking up a little bit of health there. Ruination. Does he have anything? Callisto definitely has an advantage right now. He has the high ground and everything. DB Zeus trying to see if he can get himself out of there. Does have the line of sight. The Succubus could catch him out of position really, really badly though. Trying to get some damage onto Callisto, even if it's a rate of fire, just to do some sort of damage, just to keep rotating all of his soul shards, just to make sure that they get any kind of value whatsoever, especially if he's sitting cap on him. Callisto he's in a great position to go for Succubus CC though. Does he have it? Reflect up for a second. Does get him some bolt reflected back and Zeus. That is a forge. Does have a second bolt. Succubus catches it. You got to do something for that pet. Because that thing, Mortal Coil, oh, he can't stop it. DB just got up a lot of health though. Hold on a second. Maybe this could be his opportunity right now. He did pick up a lot of health. Does Callisto have a Warlock Hellstone is my question. He does have Inferno by the looks of it. And so does Zeus. So they could potentially just drop Infernos down each other and see which one has more damage. Chaos Bolt off of the Succubus. Second Bolt does have a port, but the Overlord jumps in. It's quite a lot of damage. Have himself a port back up. Mortal Coil. Maybe someone to work off of that. Bolt does have a defensive. Shadow Fury doesn't quite connect. Another Bolt. That is going to be a full heal for Callisto. Zeus got himself a Reflect. Callisto trying to be extra careful. They're dropping down the pet. Is that going to be more damage potentially? More pets. Infernal for Infernal. Reflected Fear last second. Bolt right after. DB Zeus is going to have to take that natty to the face. Got Interrupter in his bolt. One bolt right after. Second bolt for Zeus. Maybe it's just a DPS race at this point. Got himself an extra pet with even more bolts. Charging up in another Chaos Bolt. Board down for DB Zeus. Line of sight. Callisto ports, but it's already in midair. Oh my god. The bolts back to back. Both of them just had to play with with bolts the entire time. No. None of it came down to bolts, and he was just like, all right, I did my work. Very, very happy with that one. Chicago, you can take me now. I am welcome to embrace of death. I did the thing that I wanted to do, is to beat that other guy. That's it. I'm good. You guys, the rest of y'all can play now. Big damage out for Chicago, though. Are you no longer a totemic? I think you're a Tempest. That is just a lot of Stormbringer. That is a lot of damage onto Alexandra. We're just taking zaps after zaps. Finally got himself a bit of a charge. If you're onto Chicago, able to get quite a bit of damage. Chicago looking to walk away from him. Still got Avatar. Still got everything available for him. A little bit here. Reflect up for a moment, but the totem is going to root him out. Do you have a Flame Shock? Do you have a Flame Shock? I don't think you have a Ghost Wolf attacking him. But if you can wait out the Ghost Wolf, maybe Second Wind. Doesn't even want to wait for it. Chicago able to reshock him right here. So for Alexandria, he might be in a weird spot. I don't know if he needs an escape or any defenses or a heal. He's just taking a lot of damage from the full bloodlusted shaman with the big Tempest taking him out at the end of it though. That is rough. Who's up next? Is it going to be Chromaggy? Is it going to be Cypress? Cypress is here. Once Roper, I'll go White Shirt to finish this. Okay. Okay, sounds good to me. Sounds perfect to me. This is going to be Chicago versus Cypress. Stun immediately by the Paladino. Got himself full Wake of Ashes, full wreck, big hammers coming down. Light Lasso out for Chicago. Did you fellas? Are you done for the night? It's or you can play more, Nico. More than welcome to, man. More than welcome to keep playing. Cypress, did you pop immunity? I think you just zip up some kind of immunity. Unless it's bugging. No, there it goes on immunity. Magic damage. Does Chicago have enough physical damage to break through it? Blind, Searing Glare? Yeah, you can't really respond. Give Cypress an opportunity just to stay super hyper aggressive here. Stun, as it's going to be a full totem down. Try to see if you can potentially slow down Root Cypress. Full hammers coming down. Chicago does have a wall for this one with Bloodlust. Try to see if you can go counter pressure here. Is it going to be enough? Immediately a bubble out of Cypress. Chicago does not have a burrow down or anything. Just trying to keep the pressure rolling in, getting more Maelstrom as best as they can. I think I still keep building Maelstrom even though the Pally's immune, right? At least keeping himself alive. Those Tempest are pulling the Paladin on the back foot though. Have himself a lay on hands potentially. Does he use it? He needs it. He needs it. Stun, that's definitely going to buy him just enough time to get a full hammer. Daz got himself a lay on hands in between it all. Chicago knocking it back for just a moment. And he got Ascendance and everything. So maybe just go Ascend. Doom wins everything up. Possibly. Does get a root around the corner. He has himself a decent spot. He could potentially... I think he was trying to see if he can win this without popping major cooldowns. No, he has to. He has to. It looked like he was trying to see if he could win this without having to use his major CDs. Got himself plenty of those wind strikes. Played a damage out of the Pally though. So maybe popping CDs there was not a bad move, honestly. Maybe not a bad move at all. Conan up next, getting knocked, send flying quite a distance with a root totem, stopping in place. It does break, but Chicago is given an opportunity to at least catch up. A little bit of healing, like the last trinket out of Conan with the human racial breaking out of a stun. And Chicago got himself at least a little bit of health to work with here. Does have Bloodlust, Ghost Tools. At least it's a lot of Maelstrom. Plenty of mana still to work with. Plenty of mana, but does go for the Ghost to try to see if he can get away from Conan while he's got cooldowns. If anything, I think Chicago can probably win and probably do okay. Even a 37% dampening against Conan's sustained damage, but not against the burst damage. That's for sure. Walling this off just to keep himself alive, but still played it super steady versus Conan. Does get stunned up. Was that an Earth Shock? Or was that Voltaic Blaze? I think it was a Voltaic Blaze. Right? Pretty sure. Is it patch out yet? Yes, it is, Jason. 1107. It's out, man. 11.1 is what we'll be waiting on PTR, though. Hopefully, very, very soon. Chicago with a full lightning last and just to get himself a little bit of CC onto Conan. Dropping down more Healy Totems. And Conan. Does he have any kind of a go here? He does have a Roar. He maybe has himself the Odin's Fury. Potentially. The artifact weapon talent ability. Tempest around the corner for Chicago that doesn't have a lot of mana to work with. So he has damage. He can still spend mana on damage abilities, but not as much on healing. Try to be very, very careful with it. Full Bloodlust. Everything is available. Demons are up. Try to see if he can win this. Big Tempest here back to back. I think it might be over. Conan does it. I'm taking him down with the Storm Strikes. And it's going to be Chrono Maggie up next. Oh, Chrono Maggie. Got himself full potential burst here. Big mastery burst. Does go for the trinket here. Needs himself the good line of sight versus Chicago, but the roots are going to stop him. Deep breath to break out of those. Trying to see if he can claw down onto Chicago. Is going to have to find a way to get back over there and just blast out those disintegrates back to back into Chicago. Maybe even pre-wall this just to make sure you don't get disrupted. Gotta play around the interrupts of Chicago. Full Ascend is up. That's a lot of damage. Got him some defenses, wall and everything. I don't know if it'll be enough. I think Wind Strikes do take you though. I think it's just way too much damage. Barely alive, hanging in, but oh, Renewing Blaze will help you, but only when the dampening. 5? I didn't even realize Chicago went for a 5. Renewing Blaze are huge, but not at this high dampening. It would have been amazing. I think it would have been just healthy, just fine, but not at this high dampening. What is this guy doing? Can't read. I guess he couldn't read. Like when you came up to the city, it was like, does this say Augermar or does this say Stormwind? I can't read. I don't know.